Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Cott, and the undergraduate competency I chose was initiative and entrepreneurship, and the sub-competency being maintaining focus over the long term. The SMART goal that I selected was to create a website for my lawn care and landscaping business so that I could further develop it. I knew that time management was going to be super important for me as I tend to leave things to the last minute, and so the sub-competency of maintaining the focus over the long term was definitely going to be a challenge for me. But I knew that by going step by step, I could accomplish the task that I set out for myself. Using pre-mortem, I was able to look at the project as a failure and then track back as to the reasons that happened. Some of the reasons were timing, distractions, other obligations, workload, procrastination, technical difficulties, and other priorities. And in order to be successful, I would need to eliminate those. After identifying myself as a third bird, I realized that I'd be most productive in the early mornings and late afternoons of my day. Leaving the completion of my website to the evening or nighttime hours would not be beneficial at all, as I do my best learning in the mornings and in the afternoons. During the creation of my website, I was met with a huge amount of resistance. It stemmed from fear, self-doubt, procrastination, and perfectionism. Any aspect that I worked on at my website, I always had in the back of my mind fears over whether it was useful and whether it was accurate. Fear of failure was one of the reasons that I had trouble completing the task that I had set for myself. However, I eventually started to think about those that failed before me, whether it be public figures or athletes, and how they persevered. So I adopted a growth mindset and tackled any challenges that came my way throughout the process. Completing the task of creating a website definitely pointed out some of the bad habits that I currently have, such as time management and procrastination, and therefore maintaining focus over the long term became challenging. However, it was a good stepping stone for further projects that need development. I want to incorporate the sub-competency of maintaining focus over the long term into the further projects that I have in any of my classes. I feel that what I learned creating this website would allow me to pinpoint some of the mistakes that I made and further grow in the future. When I reflect on the sub-competency of maintaining focus over the long term and what I did throughout the creation of my website, I feel that the key takeaway for me is to always push forward and to always put your best foot forward. So in anything that you try to accomplish.